Greetings, fellow members of the Undead Army. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle, episode 44, Necromancer. So now, just deliver the armor and attempt to teach Stickiest. So the plan that I have here is to make some, maybe I'll poll you guys. So my plan is to make a bunch of torn scripts or arcane books and work until I get necromancy, which is a low % chance, but like that's what we need. So because they draw off of different resource pools. One's Devil Strand and one's Cloth. The Magicite I'm not too concerned about because we can mine and quarry for Magicite, which I should go back and start to do. I'll start with the arcane books, and then if we run out of Devil Strand for the arcane books, I'll start doing torn scripts. I'll start to, be desperate, in other words. And we already have one unfinished book, so I'm going to write into it. Lightning. It's not what we're aiming for, but at least it's potentially useful. Because if I am not mistaken, you guys voted for Osgard to be magic? Was that correct? So Osgard could, we have a lightning tome for Osgard to be a lightning mage. Nope. Joe True is upset that everyone died. Can't really help you there. Oh my god, we have so much butchery to do. Look down and it's just like mountains of meat. How long do elves live for? I have no idea. They live until they get an arrow through the heart. I think that's probably the most accurate answer you're going to get. So let's go ahead and make another arcane book. Oh, I need Magicite for it. No problem. We'll infuse chunks. Tal's catching up on backlogs of tailoring too. Oh, that's a new cloak. Thought Tal picked his own off. Hopefully the lollipops, they're not actually lollipops, the parasite thorn bush will be ready to harvest soonish. It's not an ideal temperature in there, so let's turn on our hearths. Or rather, refuel them. They don't really turn on. But we're getting late in the season, and things are going to stop growing soon. Okay, there we go. Now they're growing at normal rate. So the mining paths are done. I did not reveal anything fun. One thing we could do at the end of this mining path is start to go eastward. It's not like it's cutting into any part of the mountain that is going to jeopardize the security of our base. And then I could also do that over here as well once we're out of quarrying to do. I just didn't want to cut too far into the mountain, although it's doubtful that I even end up using that part of the mountain. Stickiest attempt 2. Demonology. It's close. It's definitely closer. Guerrero switched his hat out. We also have shelves full of weapons now. I don't think that there's a single smeltable weapon that we want to keep in that stack. So I am going to open up the smelt weapon for all melee and ranged weapons that are smeltable, that are not named. So we can, because I allowed everything on the map tile. So all the weapons of the dead enemies are now just like in a big messy pile in there. So we'll work through that backlog. A slave rebellion, the only slave. Hey, Turnip, you're a wimp. Here, get away from Joe True and then dominate them. Oh, Jesus, don't do that. Here, make them stuck. No, stop murdering. Okay, well, I guess that works. I'll tend to you without medicine, and you can just lay there. Dummy. It's an insult to Turnip that you think that you would even win that with Turnip standing next to you. I had to do my very best to prevent Turnip from ripping you a new one. Because you are a fragile, tiny human, and Turnip, despite being a wimp, is kind of a powerful succubus, so yeah, don't be stupid. And that was a stupid move. You have Florida energy? Alright, what's going on with our cooking? Madsy is just falling behind. Alright, Tal, I don't really want you to make the cooking. Stickiest, you're gonna join, and Thomas, you're gonna join. Because we have a ton of animals that need to get butchered. So, before they rot. Although, it's almost freezing temperatures out, so, like, that's gonna be less of an issue once it drops. Did you... Hemomancy. Well, I don't need that either. We already have a Hemomancer. So we have Fire, Hemomancy, Lightning, and Demonology. And of course, for reference, what I'm looking for, spawn, is called the Book of Necromancer. This one. Obviously, I'm going to delete it. But that's what we're looking for. So if you were like, hey, Arcane Tome Demonology, isn't that the one you want? No, I want Necromancer. None of these are forbidden magics, though. So at least you got that going for you. Could have been worse. You could have been writing forbidden magic books, like, I don't know, Priest or something. Joe True on an extreme break risk. Well, whose fault is that, dummy? So we have burned through, what is it, 400 per book, and we've inscribed 3 books so far. So 1,200 magicite for failures. Maybe we'll get a arcane knowledge opportunity soon, because all right, our days of food and our ETA are not matching up. I mean, I know we're deep in the mountains so that we were hidden, but I am dried meat and berries. Essentially pemmican. I'm opening it up because Burgon, Isgaldir, and Turnip, or Hammock rather, are all berry eaters, potentially. So, have them forage for berries and then consume them. Right, there is yet another book. Stickiest, are you going to yet another disappoint me? I actually don't know what the chances of writing the right book are, but there's an ice tome, so yet another bad one. Thankfully, what is it, 100 Devil Strand per? I have the Devil Strand for 14 more attempts. And we're definitely heading in that direction, truth be told. Yeah, I have a bunch of books for sale. That would be correct. Crimson on a Sad Wander. If you're wondering, that's just because in my opinion, the Goblin and Uruk-hai racers are not well balanced for RimWorld, and they get very upset very easily and don't like nice things. Essentially, they don't benefit from luxury, but they don't have some sort of mood offset either. There's not like, I prefer to be in a dirty rec room. That, like, the dirtier the rec room, the happier they get. It's just, they're upset by nice things, but they're not actually, they don't actually enjoy dirty things. So as a result, it's very hard to keep them happy because there isn't a balance to them. So, oh well, whatever. Sad wander away. That's what I'm trying to say. So the certainty of Asgardian, or whatever his name is pretty bad. The certainty loss factor due to psychopath is kind of harder. Same with slow learner. So he's actually like a perfect storm of like someone that is like too uncaring and too stupid to convert easily. Would be the way I describe it. All right, now these guys are moving. Once we hit the road, it will be a little bit easier. So all these friend deaths, that's another 10 days. Some of these bedrooms are like uncomfortably hot. Oh yeah, I could put a vent in there. I haven't really been putting vents in, so we'll get back to that. How many books are there? I don't know off the top of my head. We did it! It doesn't matter how many books there are because we're done. Stickiest is now a necromancer. So current goal is to deliver the armor and train Stickiest. Oh. So the goal, let me flash the goals right here. As you can see, establish a beachfront stronghold, kind of done. Destroy all of the settlements of man and elf and train a great lich. So the goal really is to train a great lich, right? Get essentially Stickiest into lich form. Which means I need to make either an Archmage or a Soul Reaper set for him. And I'll probably make a Soul Reaper set, which is specific to a Necromancer set. I think it's only... How many pieces of Soul Reaper are there? Let me look this up the weird way. It might just be a mask, but I thought it was more than that. There's a body, hood, and mask. So there's a hood that it can make as well. Which sounds like they're all of the same... is it the same slot? Where do you even make the hood? Is that research that I don't have? I'm so confused. So let's look at the research tree before I figure this out. Cowl of the Soul Reaper. Okay. So the cowl is headgear. Where are the other ones? So I think what I'll do is I'll probably dress him up like an Archmage. Like Tal. Because there doesn't... Unless I'm missing something glaring, there doesn't seem to be like a full set of it. Oh no, there's Shroud of the Soul Reaper. So why isn't that... what are they actually called in code? So that I can figure out the full set. Because this is brand new. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. Because, like, what things are named in code are often very different. And they're not called Soul Reaper or Reaper. So, is this the Necromancer? It's just Necromancer body? Yeah, it's Necromancer body, spawn thing, Necromancer hood, and obviously I'm not using these, but I just wanted to see them. So, the mask is headgear and the hood is headgear. So if I had to pick between the two, it'd probably be hood. So there's hood and body. And the body is in middle and outer. So I wouldn't... middle and outer is also the same layers of the robes of the Archmage. So it's robes of the Archmage or Soul Reaper, and I'll obviously go Soul Reaper. Alright, good to know. So there's only 3 items, and I only really need to make 2 of them, because the hood and the mask are the equivalent. So whatever's stronger. Although I'm gonna assume the hood is better. So this is really not that expensive to make. The Shroud of the Soul Reaper. 200 fabric and 400 magicite. As far as the fabric goes, I'll probably do it in Devil Strand rather than Mana Weave. It seems more on brand. Unless I have a really nice leather. It's too bad I don't have more Panthera fur. You know what? Maybe I can get more Panthera fur. But I could do it in Thrumbo. Actually, Thrumbo's probably even better. I'll do it in Thrumbo. Thrumbo and Magicite for the Shroud. And then let's compare the mask, or mask and hood. Is that in here? Yeah, cowl and mask. So this is 20 energy, 5 regen, and reduces undead upkeep cost by 20%. And increases movement and attack speed by undead for 10%. And then the mask is worse. 10, 5%, 10, and 5. Okay, so the cowl is obviously better than the mask. And that can also be done in Thrumbo fur and Magicite. Cool. And then I think the rest of the clothing that an Archmage would wear will be applicable. So what I'll likely do is put stickiest in Archmage stuff, and then force wear the specific Soul Reaper. The base is getting dirty. No. They are demanding that I give over my people. What are you? You are a arcane mage. Okay. Let's get away from the death stingers. And you're dead. Eat crap, Charmander. And yes, that is now Charmander. Wow. Charmander, you have adorned armor? Yeah, it didn't really help you very much. Bye. Charmander the Felicia. Oh, do you have food, though? I mean, you're made of food, but did you hold food? Wait, you show up with no food? Boo. That's not how to arrive at a potluck. Oh, there's like no roof here. So a mana storm. So we got to be very careful using mana during mana storms, because it will be much ouchy if we cast mid the storm. The other things I want to start to do is I was not actively mentoring magic. Ouch. Mentor magic uses mana. Got it. So I'm not going to have that on autocast during the storm, because I got shot by lightning for a quarter of my torso, which is, like, not cool, dude. But what I want to do is I want to be, once the mana storm goes away, mentoring stickiest. I didn't have these on autocast up till now, because they're honestly just, like, it's too imbalanced. It's, like, too ridiculous to be able to, like, power level in that way. But an exception will be made for our dear Necromancer, because he needs to be Necromancing. So, raising the undead is going to be probably the most important thing about the Necromancer, so I'm going to do powered creations and hasted undead. I want my undead fast and powerful. So let's read off the spells so you know. Raise undead from corpses. Only works on biological creatures that were once alive. Undead will remain under the control of the Necromancer indefinitely. The Necromancer will incur a mana upkeep cost of 30% base mana generation for each undead, unlike human-like pawn. Undead animals incur an upkeep cost of 15% for every 100 combat power. So, like, really powerful animals are obviously more upkeep cost. There is no limit to the amount of undead the Necromancer may control. However, when the Necromancer no longer has mana to maintain the undead, they will automatically be consumed until the number of active undead reduces to a manageable amount. So, big old mana pool for the Necromancer means big old undead army. Deathmark. Mark a victim with a curse that curses their life to flash before their eyes. Cursed victims will lose focus and the will to fight, reducing their attack rate. Marking targets for death empowers Deathbolt. Does not work on mechanoids. which is weird that I don't know Death Bolt. Is that something I can learn? There's Lich Form, which we'll deal with later. I don't see Death Bolt anywhere. So, yeah, that makes sense. Total sense. Alright, going down the additional list. Fog of Torment. Creates a fog that causes pain and suffering. So it's just like a poison cloud. Consume Corpse. Consume a corpse or undead to replenish mana. And so it's like eating a corpse to regen. And then Corpse Explosion. Target a corpse and have it blow up. Which, this is pretty similar to like Diablo 2 Necromancer skills, I think. But there you have it. Oh, should I turn off Blink? Probably. I wonder if they will autocast Blink. I think Blink is off for everyone, actually. Maybe not Madzy. No, it's off for Madzy. I was wondering if they would, like, blink automatically during a storm and just, like, hurt themselves. They probably would. Alright, Tal, let's go ahead and make a shroud. Excellent quality. I can live with that. So then additionally, this thing has really high sharp resistance. It reduces incoming damage. So it's a very powerful piece of armor. And that frees up another Falthrim armor. And then we'll do the cowl. Legendary. Okay, well that's properly good. Can't complain about legendary quality. So, again, high armor, and social impact is ruined. But, yeah, it's fine. I didn't need that. Alright, so that's what Stickiest looks like. Very on brand, if you ask me. Barrel color. Black kind of loses its detail. So I might do dark gray. Because black, like, you can barely see the detail in the armor, which makes it look kind of worse. Although, yeah, I don't know. White has its own, like, looks like bone. So maybe I'll do white with, like, a black robe. Mix the, yeah, I like the white better. And magic is returned to normal, so we can, we don't need to worry about teleporting or anything. Turn that blinking back on. And then Stickiest needs to even learn Blink in the first place. So we'll inscribe that. His pawn looks really built. I mean, his pawn's an orc. So, like, yeah, a Gundabad orc is going to be built. Even as a necromancer, I think. So the other pieces that we're missing off of there would be the Supremacy Cloak. And that's probably it. And then, like, any rings and the like that we would want to add. So let's get a Supremacy Cloak. And this will, I have enough Thrumbo, be made of Thrumbo. And we almost have enough Magicite, so that's great. No, Tal. That's not yours. You deserve it, but wasn't made for you. And now that mana's back to normal, when Stychius is awake, we'll also do a lot of mentor magic. We'll just have all the magic users like continue to do that. So it levels up real fast. Training this baby little orc to figure out how to murder people. You know, quit bossing me around, you idiots. You know, Hammock can just like yeet you into nothing. There, you done yeeted. Bye. It's funny. That will never not be amusing, to be honest. So they can keep fighting me if they'd like. Alright, so that was Thomas, J. Fry, Turnip. You aren't high enough level to mentor. Madsy is next. Rogi's not high enough level. Guro's not high enough level. And then Tal. And we're at Unworth. Fulfill trade order? Done. Trade. So we are going to sell off our uranium. Ideally for some extra food for the way home. So I'm going to buy some grilled skewers and then add that to the meal allowance. Oh, they have some like named weapons here. Very fancy. Now that we're not so overloaded, full of Gladrim armor, we should also move home faster. Return trip will be quick. Alright, Stickiest, you are leveling up quick. Already, Raise Undead is at maximum level. Perfect. Oh, I did sausages, not skewers. Alright, I'll correct that. Thank you. Wait. Who? What? Where did that... Ow! Tal ended up wearing Stickiest's robe anyway. Just wondering about that. Okay, there we go. Let's make that a black robe. In fact, all the rest of your clothing can be like jet black. There's a very high likelihood that you just like take it off, but that's fine. That's what it's for. So at this point, he is wearing the equivalent, the Necromancer equivalent of everything that our Archmages wear. So anything beyond that is going to be like special rings and the like. So this is a Malice ring is for Death Knights. Eternal Blue is for psychic sensitivity. Is this class specific? No, I think it's just generic. So that might be useful, but I don't know. Ring of Blood, I think, is only for Hemomancers. Yeah. Keen Intellect is for XP gain rate, plus these. So that might be a bad thing to consider. The blink skill you're going to need to learn. And then we could also do gems for gear enchanting too. They're very, very expensive, however. But if, let's say, we did a gem of wonder, which imbues intense magical power and potential, probably what we would want the most is like... Which gem is just... this is mana regen. I think just like... turning him to a mana battery is probably the most effective. And I don't think there's any gems that do that. I'm trying to think if there's other... So there is the whole medieval mod gem... the medieval mod stuff as well for me to consider for rings and the like. There's bracers that I could consider as well for arcane resistance, which might not be a bad idea. And then a wand. Or some sort of weapon. Decimation is a max energy 40. So I'll probably, like I've been saying, I'll probably end up wanting to do something that's just like max mana. Because that's like the biggest driving factor, I think, for a necromancer to be effective. So like max energy 20. And there's also percentages too to consider. So some of these weapons, for instance, are like energy by percent. So this is max energy 10%. So 10% of 200 versus like a base 40. You know, there's a lot of calculations to be made. And those numbers will change as he levels up as well, which makes it even more difficult to consider. But Winter's Reign probably has the highest base energy. Is it what, 80? Blazing Power is... So maybe I'll do Winter's Reign. Try to get a Winter's Reign into his hands. So that is a lot more silver than we currently have, but otherwise relatively affordable. So we'll just go start coring up silver. The alternative is to try to bring down a silver meteorite, but I definitely wouldn't count on that. The other question is, have I struck silver anywhere in these mountains? I don't think I have, but I'll check. Everything looks like salt and iron. And some gems. Yeah. Yeah, just need 20k silver. Yeah, exactly. Just a minor inconvenience. Perhaps it's... I think in this case, it's not 20k. This is not a multiplier. It's actually 2,000 silver, not 20k silver. As the multiplier doesn't apply for recipes like this one. If I am not mistaken. I could be. But I think it's only 2,000, which is affordable-ish. So I think I'm most interested for stickiest to raise the undead, as that is something that only really a necromancer can do. Oh, a brigand's lair. Huh, there's gold that I needed before. I mean, I'll accept it. A demon scale small sculpture? What a weird reward. Yeah, I mean, it's not really in the right direction of enemy encampments, but who knows? Maybe we'll jaunt over there to kill some extra elves. Alright, new day, and soon we'll be back to mentoring again. J Fry. Tal, where'd he go? Thomas. I think that's it. I think that's all that we can. Didn't I just turn on Blink Autocast for you? I swear to God, I just did. So then the other thing that we need to do is to make the lich form. Now that he's wearing all of the Archmage appropriate clothing. So we'll get one of those cooked up as well. We almost have all the ingredients for that, so that'll be pretty easy. Tal, where are you? You're mining? Oh, Lord, you should not be mining, Tal. In fact, never mind. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle, which originally streamed live on Twitch, March 31st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Corsairs.